Hola mundo, me llamo Señor Bellis y este video es para aprender y practicar los verbos como gustar. So we're going to be practicing some verbs that are like gustar. And to be specific, there are 6 verbs here, and they're on the left there, and they say encantarle, importarle, faltarle, interesarle, fascinarle, molestarle. So these are all verbs that work just like Gustar. So if you've learned Gustar before and you understand how Gustar works, this should be easy for you. These are just some more. And there are, not again, but there are other verbs like these ones in Spanish that work like Gustar. These are just 6 more that my students use, so I thought I'd give you a chance to learn along with us. If you want to have this text with you, all of this document is available to you in the description of this video. You can click on the link and open it up, and you can follow along if you want to and take notes or print it off, whatever you want to do. And these links over here on the right will be live on that document. So if you want to follow those links, you can do that there. So just to kind of give you an idea of what these verbs, or how these verbs conjugate in the present tense, I conjugated the verb faltar, which is a regular AR verb in the present tense. But it doesn't conjugate like hablar would because it works differently. So just to give you an idea of it, over here we have me falta, te falta, le falta, nos falta, os falta, and les falta. Now you notice there's a whole bunch of other information here on this chart that's in the parentheses. First off, the N, like the me you have over here, me falta and me faltan. The difference here is that you're going to say me falta when you are talking about one thing that you're lacking, and then if you have multiple things, you would say me faltan. So like, for example, if I wanted to say I am lacking a telephone, I could say me falta un teléfono. Now perhaps for some reason you were supposed to have phones, plural. You could say me faltan unos teléfonos. So make the falta plural if what it is that you're lacking is plural. And then you'll also notice that all of these different sections here have something over here that's in parentheses. So if I wanted to put emphasis or specify who it is I'm talking about, I could add that to it. So I could say a mí me falta or a mí me faltan to provide emphasis on me. And that's the same with the te. For the rest of them, the usted ones, the nosotros, etc., those ones that can be used to put emphasis on it, or it can be used to specify who it is we're talking about. For example, if you were to come into my classroom and you heard somebody say, le falta la tarea, you would understand that as meaning that somebody they're lacking their homework. They don't have their homework with them. But you wouldn't know who I'm talking about because all I said was le falta la tarea. So you know that it's a him or a her or an usted, but you don't know who it is. Sorry about that, Bell. So if I were to want to specify who it is, I could do a few different things. I could say a, and then the person's name, and then I could say le falta. So maybe it was Jose. I could say a Jose le falta la tarea. Or I could point to Jose. I could say a él le falta la tarea, or a ella if it's a girl, or a usted if I was talking to a you formal, le falta la tarea. And that goes for the same for the rest of these. I could specify or put emphasis on who it is I'm talking about. So when using these verbs, there's some questions that you want to ask yourself. One, who are we talking about? Is it me, you, him or her, etc.? And then you're going to use those pronouns. Two, what are we talking about? The thing that comes after the verb. Is it the homework, the money, the homework assignments, the telephones? What is it that we're talking about? And then how many are we talking about, singular or plural? If you have all the answers to all these questions, you can make a correct sentence. And these sentences do kind of work in a backward fashion. So like if you look at this next sentence, me molesta la clase de ciencias, it means science class bothers me. So you kind of look at it like, when you look at this sentence right here in Spanish, you have science class bothers me. And then it's kind of backwards, but that's just kind of how it works. Do keep in mind plurality, so if it was science classes, I would say me molestan las clases de ciencias. And then, let's see. You're going to do an activity here, and using the person, the thing or things, and the verb I give you, see if you can write a sentence in Spanish. For example, if I had given you yo molestarle clase de ciencias, you would have gotten the first answer above. Me molesta la clase de ciencias. So what I want you to do is pause the video, and then there are 6 sentences that I want you to write there, and then just in the present tense, see if you can do it. And then I'm going to start giving you the answers in just about 3 seconds. So make sure you pause the video right now if you want to do this. All right, I'm going to start giving you the answers right now. Let's see, can we see it all? Almost. So number 1 is going to be, uno, le encanta la gente. 2, os importan las cerezas. 3, te falta el dinero. 4, nos interesa el videojuego. 5, me fascinan los cubiertos. 6, les molestan los manteles. So those are the answers there. If I wanted to, and it would not be wrong, I could put emphasis on who it is that I'm talking about. So like number 1, for example, says ella. So I could have said, a ella le encanta la gente. For 2, I could have said, a vosotros os importan las cerezas. 3, a ti te falta el dinero. 4, a nosotros nos interesa el videojuego. 5, a mí me fascinan los cubiertos. Y 6, a ellos les molestan los manteles. So I could have done that. Either way, it is correct. That's pretty much it. I do have other lessons on this topic. There are links up here at the top of the document that's available to you. If you want to check those out for extra help, you can. Otherwise, be sure to leave a like if you liked it. And if you have any questions, post them on this video, and I will get back to you pretty quick. Thanks.